Hurricanes are just a part of life. I mean, imagine 130-mile-an-hour winds, debris flying all around, and a 2x4 coming right through your window into your house. Not at this place.
At PGT in North Venice, Florida, they're out to save lives. Rod Hirschberger started the company in the 90s after Hurricane Andrew ripped through Central Florida, and building codes got a lot tougher.
Oh, man! That hurts.
The glass cracks, but remains intact.
Dude, that's just unbelievably mind-blowing. You know, I know that when you say hurricane resistant, it may break. You're just trying not to let any force or wind get in the house.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We have over 2.5 million products in the field. We have not had a single impact failure.
Window failure is dangerous because if the window breaks, the wind rushes in, building up the pressure inside the house.
We just pop the roof off.
Lift it right out.
Yeah, just like a can.
Yeah.
Just pop the top right off.
It's not like Wizard of Oz where the roof or the whole house goes up.
No.
The roof just shoots out. You see it so many times.
PGT's hurricane glass is called Wind Guard. To find out what makes it so strong, we had to suit up.
Now, I know we look good.
We look great.
This isn't for looks, but why are we wearing these suits?
We need to make sure that we're keeping all the dust and dirt outside from between those two pieces of glass.
After the glass is sanded and thoroughly cleaned, in here, they layer it with other materials that give it strength.
So that's like a sandwich.
It's a complete sandwich.
Sticky sandwich.
Yeah, no change of recipe. You get the same sandwich every time.
Same sandwich every time.
The meat, 2 slices of a special resin, or PVB.
It's one of the most expensive parts of the window.
It's also what makes the glass nearly impossible to break.
That is unbelievable how strong that is.
The PVB is strong, but at this point, it looks cloudy.
The PVB that we're using right now, it will dry completely clear.
With the layers assembled, the window is pressed and heated, just enough to make it stick together. Then it's on to the autoclave, which works kind of like a pressure cooker to squeeze out any air.
The heat loosens up that PVB, and then the pressure is what brings it together to make sure that you're adhering, you're getting all the air bubbles out, that there's no imperfections or anything inside of that.
And once it's out of the autoclave, the difference in the glass is clear.
So now you can see it's been through the heat and the pressure cycle. Now it's crystal clear glass.
Robotic arms cut the fused glass to size, while other teams prep the frames.
This extrusion right here is a WindGuard product, WindGuard. And this would be a regular aluminum extrusion. Right. So you can see the difference in thickness. The more thickness you get, the more strength you get.
While each window is custom made, Rod's team can turn out about 2,000 of them a day. Once the frame is together, they apply a super sealant.
It's one thing to put a piece of sealant on that's going to withstand a 20-mile-an-hour wind. It's another thing to put a piece of sealant on that's going to withstand a 150-mile-an-hour wind and not blow something through it. Okay. And now we've got less than 60 seconds to drop glass in there so that it adheres properly.
Let's get out of the way. Oh, less than 60 seconds? All right. Countdown.
Amazingly, Rod tells me the glass is the strongest part of the window.
We're looking at metal windows, but it could be a vinyl window or a wood window. You're getting your strength from the glass as opposed to the other frame structure.
Gotcha, okay.
And to prove just how strong these windows are, PGT hauls out the big guns.
So this is a lumber cannon, of course.
Yeah,
everyone has the staple of every backyard.
We know exactly how much air pressure we need.
This machine launches 2x4s to simulate flying debris in a hurricane.
Awesome. Let's load this thing up.
Let's shoot it.
All right.
First, we'll try it with regular glass. They let me do the honors.
All right, so now I got to get this thing pressurized. Okay, here we go. Clear, fire.
Whoa.
I win. Woo.
Yeah,
wow. That is brutal. That's the regular glass.
That's regular glass.
And you know what? No surprise here. Destruction everywhere.
Next, we'll shoot at some tempered glass.
Clear. And fire. Woo! Man, that never gets old.
There's some glass flying back through here.
Wow.
And as you can hear, it sounds like popcorn.
Is it actually going to fall down?
You know, you really don't know. It might not, but it's still cracking as it's going.
Even the tempered glass shatters. So in a hurricane, air and moisture would be rushing in.
If you think that you're going to be protected because you're in a storm, you're not going to be protected.
Now let's try it with PGT's special hurricane glass.
Clear, fire. Unbelievable. Look at that thing. Nothing through
You've
it.
been hit a couple times, you're still safe.
So there you have it. It's the window that stands up to hurricanes, 2x4s, and me.